Before the invention of languages, the first humans were contacting by vocal sounds, with changing the tone and the layers, and that is a part of music definition. Every country had an anthem, every sport competition has a theme song. When we praise the nature, we describe the birds singing. The pirates in seas are chanting.
Go no more a-roving with you, fair maid.
There is no film, a TV show, or even a video game without an intro or outro or a background music. Today, there is a musical theater and musical movies. Music is into most of arts, and interior design is an art. So how can we use music in interior design, and how can we bend it to be a decorative element? And why did I change the setup behind me today? All of that and more I will elaborate it in this new episode. I am Nitz from Decorazione, and welcome to the music in our decor. If we assume there is two categories defining the decoration elements. The first one is the utilized elements, and the second one is the aesthetic elements. So where would you put the music? For sure in the aesthetic side, and that's most likely is correct, but I would like to divide 5% utilized and 95% aesthetic. When we say music in decor, the first thing comes to mind, the instruments as accessories on the walls and corners. And once again, that's mostly right. So how do we choose the appropriate instrument? Well, let's take the piano, for instance. A piano fits more with the classical styles, like English and French, or some timeless style, like the transitional. The guitar. The guitar could be suitable with woody styles, like the American Western or maybe the Scandinavian. And here we can conclude that you should consider the background of the style and the main material forming it. Either it was wood or metal. If you have a French style, go with harp or mini cello. If urban, set of drums. If Ottoman or Mediterranean, go with al-oud, أو القانون, أو الناي. But is there any style includes all of that? Well, I can think about two, with two various concepts. The first style is the fascinating bohemian style. Here you can add violin, banjo, or both together, a flute or drums, or hang an orchestra on your wall. It's all up to you. The second style is the fancy and expensive art deco. But here the pieces you add should be ancient, rare, antique, or made on demand, like an ancient Egyptian harp, old classic radio, or maybe Ted's blue horn from How I Met Your Mother. Blue? Well, that reminds me of something. It will never be right if I don't mention the jazz. The era itself, it could be a stylish theme for your design. Just imagine a shining gold saxophone on the wall, or a shadowed man playing as a painting. Well, for painting there is several options, like instruments, or a favorite artist or a band, or illustrated music painting, like some musical notes, which you can use them as well, patterns on your carpet, curtains, bed sheets, or the walls. Speaking of walls, you can add these instruments and signs as a big illustration with a low opacity, especially in kids' room and recording studios. You can express the music in your design by many cases. You can add the theme of your favorite artist or a band, like painting the walls as black and beige to embody Sia. Well, I did not do that in purpose, but it ran across, so I had to mention it. And now we can go to the utilization of music elements, and that is connected with wall paints as well, and in lowercase with flooring. Apply a piano case on your walls, horizontally if you have a small room, vertically if you have a low-level ceiling. But don't exaggerate the stripes, because that would give you an opposite result. The same idea can be applied with well-polished tile-made flooring. In the previous video, I mentioned the fireplace as a golden element. Today too, I have another golden element. The gramophone. timeless accessory. Just put it anywhere. Either it was original or a decorative copy. It's absolutely charming. Interior designing is a visual art, tangible pieces and elements. But when it comes to music, I can list another kind of decoration, the vocal decoration. The name or the concept could not be totally right, but when you add the music to the workplace, it spreads nice ambience and energy if it was right chosen. Something like the background music in movies. When I hear this track, I melt with the spirit of Sicily, the warm terracotta and bricks. Well, it's another topic for another time. Before I go, I want to point that the new musical elements has been added to the collection in my website. Design your room and have a nice experiment. And if you need some consultation or three-dimensional designs, you can contact me on Instagram. And you can get them for free if you execute your project with us. Of course, if you are living in one of these listed countries. Well, that's all I have today. I hope you enjoyed it. And please don't forget to subscribe the channel, hit the like and follow my Instagram. And always keep in mind, the Observer out.